Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of metaphysics to explore the concepts of good and evil. What do they really mean? Are they absolute truths or are they socially constructed ideas? Stick around as we unravel the philosophical, spiritual, and metaphysical dimensions of these age-old concepts. At first glance, good and evil seem like simple opposites. However, in the realm of metaphysics, these concepts become a lot more complex. Let's start with definitions. Traditionally, good is often associated with qualities like kindness, compassion, and altruism, while evil is linked to harm, selfishness, and malice. But things aren't so black and white. Many philosophers and spiritual traditions suggest that good and evil exist on a spectrum. For instance, the ancient Greek philosopher Plato proposed that good is related to the idea of the form of the good, a perfect, unchangeable ideal that transcends our physical world. This notion leads us to consider how the physical realm reflects these higher ideals. In Plato's allegory of the cave, he illustrates how most people live in shadows and illusions, mistaking them for reality. The journey to understanding good involves stepping out of the cave and perceiving these higher truths. This allegory points to the notion that what we perceive as good or evil may merely be shadows of deeper realities. Now, let's explore the metaphysical implications of good and evil. One popular framework is the idea of dualism, where good and evil are seen as opposing forces. Think of it like yin and yang, a balance of light and dark. This perspective is reflected in many religious and spiritual traditions, such as Zoroastrianism, which posits an eternal struggle between Ahura Mazda, the god of good, and Angra Mainyu, the spirit of evil. Yet, some metaphysical theories suggest that good and evil are not inherently separate, but interconnected. For instance, the philosopher G.W.F. Hegel proposed that conflict and contradiction are necessary for progress. According to Hegel, the synthesis of good and evil leads to a higher understanding of reality, what he referred to as the unfolding of the absolute spirit. This concept resonates with the idea that the tension between opposites fosters growth and understanding. This brings us to a crucial metaphysical question. Is evil merely the absence of good? This idea is rooted in the works of St. Augustine, who suggested that evil does not exist as a tangible entity, but rather as a deficiency, similar to how darkness is the absence of light. From this perspective, evil can be seen as a distortion of good, a misalignment with the higher truths of existence. Metaphysical perspectives on evil also engage with the concept of free will. Many argue that the ability to choose between good and evil is essential for moral growth. Without the capacity for choice, would good still hold its meaning? This ties into the dualistic view and raises further questions about responsibility and the nature of our actions. Now let's consider the role of consciousness in shaping our understanding of good and evil. Some metaphysicians, like the mystic philosopher Henri Bergson, argue that our individual and collective consciousness can influence the nature of good and evil. In this view, the more we elevate our consciousness through practices like meditation, self-reflection, and compassion, the clearer our understanding of good becomes, while evil diminishes. This perspective aligns with the idea that our thoughts and intentions create our reality. In metaphysical systems such as the law of attraction, it is believed that focusing on positive thoughts and actions attracts positive experiences. Conversely, dwelling in negativity may perpetuate cycles of harm and discord. Furthermore, let's explore the idea of moral relativism and how it relates to our understanding of good and evil. This philosophical stance argues that moral truths are not absolute, but rather shaped by cultural, societal, and contextual factors. What one society may deem evil, another may view as a necessary action for survival or progress. This brings us to the concept of moral evolution, where collective human experience contributes to an evolving understanding of good and evil. From a metaphysical perspective, this evolution can be seen as humanity moving toward a higher state of consciousness and moral understanding, a process that aligns with the concept of spiritual awakening. Think of it as a collective journey toward realizing the interconnectedness of all beings, fostering empathy and reducing suffering. So, as we wrap up our exploration of good and evil from a metaphysical perspective, Remember that these concepts are deeply intertwined with our understanding of existence, consciousness, and moral responsibility. They invite us to reflect on our choices and the impact we have on the world around us. Ultimately, the journey to discern good from evil is as much an inward exploration as it is an outward one. By seeking higher truths and cultivating compassion, we can contribute to a world that embodies the essence of good. If you enjoyed this deep dive into metaphysical concepts, please like, share, and subscribe. Share your thoughts in the comments below. What does good and evil mean to you? Let's continue this conversation together. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.